I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy, or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark! Don't forget Jerry!
Hello.
Oh. Just laughed weird and then it hurt.
Way to go, Brian.
My name's Brian Posehn, and you're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends. Hi, friends.
Hi. I've never heard that voice before. What a treat. What a treat.
So funny it hurts.
It did hurt.
How you guys doing?
Super
He's still doing
Super
it.
No, it's a different guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow, it's like being in a podcast with Rich Little. You know, the Canadian guy with
Yeah.
4 voices.
Mm-hmm.
Three
Smells
of them
like
are Johnny
Halloween.
Carson.
Yeah, the other one's Nixon.
Yeah. I'm not a crook. Well, right, Ed?
Is Jerry here? No.
No.
Jerry's
I
About to
literally
start.
just was like, why does this smell like Halloween? And it's because you guys are eating pumpkin seeds, right?
By the way, I
Yeah,
should have
right
said it
on.
last episode because we were eating them then. This Nature Box shit is fucking delicious.
That's nummy.
I'm sure that I don't know why they didn't just let me say that in their commercials. This Nature Box shit is fucking delicious. Naturebox.com. We're fucking delicious.
Don't go to naturebox.org. It's a porn site.
Ugh. Hippie porn.
Yeah, hippie porn.
Nature Box.
Hey,
Yuck.
how you doing? My bush looks like somebody stepped on a nest of tarantulas.
Oh.
God.
Nature box.
That's why they don't want you to say
That would be
that
natural.
commercial. Because that's where that goes.
Wasn't it the Ding Dong Burger commercial?
It's so big, it's fucking great. Ding dong, sing song.
They're fucking delicious.
This asshole over here told me that. I don't watch my own sketches that often, but that was a classic. Amy Walensky is our donor this week.
Thanks for the liver, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
And
you,
the
Amy.
cash.
Yep.
Oh, she sent us cash, too?
Yeah.
I just got the liver.
She
We're
is
going to
very
sign
generous.
this thing. Right, thanks for the liver. Right there.
Very nice. Thank you, Amy.
That's it. Let's jump in.
All right, let's do it.
What happened last week?
Well, last week, Wojo and Fish came back from an emergency call.
Last week was 40 years ago.
What, huh? How long was I out? That's soap. I was going with.
Barney Miller.
I was like, wait, that's not the Barney Miller theme.
Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-bee-da-ba-da-ba-bee.
Google it. These all happened.
A long time ago.
Yeah, last time we played, our players were safely on the back of a rock that had taken a magic missile hit to the side, but kept flying. It gained a little altitude, and you look down to see that the entire coastline is just thick with troops from undersea. And up the coast, you can see flames and smoke of small villages and hamlets and things that have been that are being attacked by these fish in barrels and other various undersea things. And Lyra can tell with her magical rock tiara that the rock is hurt. It needs to sit down for a little while, take a breather, while it kind of regroups. It's just hurting really bad. It got burned. Mm-hmm. So, and you guys might need to sit down and sort of get some hit points back. I know Dag is down a few.
Relearn some spells.
relearn some spells. So
Polish my horn of blasting.
polish your horn of blasting.
Not
Or
a
should we
euphemism.
fly inland
I'm
somewhere?
gonna do that when I
where
get
these-
home.
I just said it's not a euphemism.
Mine is.
I don't hate the idea of maybe flying to a village that they're not at yet that we can alert.
I was gonna say maybe even better might be going to like a. Is there like a central, like an emperor or a queen or somebody that we could talk to and be hailed as heroes for
Somebody that
protecting
doesn't
the
already
realm?
want to kill us because
because then we'll undo whatever bad deeds we have done or you have done
So
more
you're-
accurately.
So you're
and then-
saying land, go to the authorities, tell them who you are, or
No.
do you just want to find like
I guess the DM doesn't think that's a good idea. But
No, I'm just saying if you land and they figure out who you are, they might go, hey, aren't these the people that lit up the
my feeling is
that tavern back in the Olive Garden?
well, my feeling is if we went
so far
way,
away
it was
and
so
so
yeah.
long
If we
ago.
went to the top of the food chain, and talked to like the head honchos, they don't care about petty local politics. So we might be pardoned or whatever. But then the other question is, do we really want to stay here? You made that other continent sound so great, and
It's also possible that they know that they're being decimated.
they might. Seems like nobody's fighting the fish though. They're just
How far away
Look,
is
it could
the
be-
emperor from the rest of the
It could be a
ship?
yeah. I
surprise
just made
attack.
up an emperor. I don't know. Blaine hasn't
The-
actually verified. that.
Actually, there's
head
a
honcho.
The emperor is a figurehead. The prime minister handles most of the day-to-day governing. You guys would know that there's a city, a large city, maybe 50 or 50 to 100 miles ish to the north. When you get into the more heavier populated part of the southern part of this continent.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's have the best of both worlds where we get to do sort of the right thing by alerting the authorities. We will rest up. We'll have the rock. Oh, shoot, that doesn't work. How long is it to the other continent?
You don't know.
Because I was going to say the rock could take us to the other continent, and then we could send him with a message. Sorry, I was going to say messenger pigeon, but we could send him with a message to the authorities here and let them know, what we've learned so far about these creatures, just to help them out in their battle. But
Okay.
I mean, otherwise, what else are we going to do to help?
Drop pamphlets.
Exactly. I mean, there's not really a lot.
You are going to have to rest. at
No,
some-
yes,
at
we're
some
going to.
point.
sure.
Yeah.
So do you want to?
Let's rest as soon as we feel like we're a safe distance from
Yeah,
the
I assume we're trying to get to
barrel
do that
fish.
right now. But yeah.
Okay. So you guys will. So you sort of. You fly inland.
Yeah, away from the water.
Away from the water. You sort of keep the water in sight just so that you can keep track of what's happening. After you get maybe 50 miles, where you ride for maybe a couple hours, and you get up north. You don't all the smoke and the damage and stuff is to the south now. It looks like they haven't gotten up this far, even if they're planning on getting up this far. But you see up in the distance off to the north, or the northeast, I guess, you see like a larger city off in the distance. I mean, not huge, but it is you see some towers, some spires, and things like that. So you could probably either fly into the city with your rock, or you could set down in a clearing outside of the city. I mean, there's no real telling how they're going to react to a rock coming at them.
Yeah.
That's I'm playing city advocate if they see a giant rock coming at the city
Yeah, no, I think we'd
with
land
4 guys
outside.
on the back.
I think we'd land outside.
Okay.
And a lady.
Yeah,
3 guys and a little lady.
it's the royal guys, which includes ladies.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys get up maybe 20 miles outside of the city, or not miles. Let's say a couple miles outside of a city. You see a clearing, a little stream, a little pond, river, whatever. Some water, some trees. It looks very nice up here. Very, very Californian kind of a landscape. So you guys sit down, and the rock kind of, when you land, the rock kind of hobbles a little off to the side. It looks like it was really, really hurting. So
Don't we have did someone already use the healing potion? We had a healing potion.
Oh.
I don't have it.
I don't think we did.
It was the blue liquid that
It
had a
might
red
be,
X on the
winter.
vial. Yeah. Does that sound familiar to you, Blaine? Because I have it
Yeah.
written down. I'm not sure if it was used though.
Administer the potion.
Do you want to? What do you want to do? Do you want to put it in its mouth? You want to try to rub it on like an unguent or something,
Like a salve.
or an ointment?
No, I think you should drink it.
Yeah.
And that's how potions work, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're familiar with potions. Please. But you could put it in a chicken or something. So, I mean, what's he eating? Is there a small animal that we could, like you help a dog
soak
swallow
it
a pill or whatever, like you
You
just,
put it in a chicken?
yeah,
Does it,
so that he can eat the
does
chicken.
it resist? First, try and offer it some. Maybe it'll take it hungrily and greedily.
I'm just thinking how big its mouth must be and how hard it will be to get. But yeah, okay.
Don't say greedily.
Don't say it like that, at least.
You're thinking Hogely.
It's because of its beak.
No, just you say it.
Greedily.
Ugh.
But that is how you're eating those pumpkin seeds.
Greedily.
Really?
That's how I eat everything.
Eagerly.
Greedily.
Really?
Greedly.
Greedily.
Greedly.
Greedly. Greedly.
Greedly.
Greedly.
Greedly, Doc.
Okay, that's
Really,
the
really?
next.
Oh wait, no, that's handle
Handle it,
it,
Roy. Handle it.
handle it.
We have fucking every ancient
Right,
reference.
right.
It's fucking crazy.
That was a show called Carter Country,
God
which was
damn
about
it.
Southern cops during the Carter administration,
What?
starring
Yeah.
Victor French
Yeah.
from Heaven Can Wait.
Was it on 2 seasons or 1?
I don't,
I think it was
don't
on,
know.
I think it was on one. I remember
very
it was
long.
actually very funny. It was actually surprisingly well written.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. You could be making some of this stuff up, and it's like, I mean, I guess the internet exists, so I could.
Google it,
I
Google
think
it.
of myself as being very familiar with a lot of weird, older pop culture
This
references.
is
but-
70s going into the 80s.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'm more familiar with like the 40s going into the 50s. Somebody start making.
Whoa.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Like I
Anyway,
I don't.
so my mother, the car pulls up and
Yeah.
says, "Hey, have you seen the latest Hazel?"
Did you hear I married Joan?
See. That
You
makes
know
all
that
more
one,
sense.
right? You
Yeah,
know I married Hawaiian Eye,
that stuff. Well, at least the
77 Sunset Strip,
No, now I don't know. What you're
Cookie
talking
Lanier
about.
Comb.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Room
can we
222.
just-
Can we go to room 222, please?
Okay.
That's 60s.
No, 70s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, with Karen Valentine or
Sure.
Karen Black.
Karen Valentine.
You know, my extensive deep references stop in '85 when I started doing stand up and I was out at clubs all night and I was sleeping during the day. So
I stopped watching sitcoms at some point.
I just went to a point where I was watching either Letterman or movies.
Mid 80s.
So if I make a lot of like TGIF lineup jokes, you guys won't get them.
maybe,
That was the
maybe
one
not.
with William Shatner, right? As the cop, TGI hooker. Was that the one? That was the one where he was always on the hood, right?
By the way, they're bringing.
No, I'm thinking of Starsky and Lacey.
They're bringing Full House back.
Ugh, I
read
heard
today.
that.
That's
With the
that
cast?
Hurts, it hurts my legs.
Cut it out.
With the cast?
Yeah.
No.
So it's them as grown-ups?
Bullwinkle's back. Popeye's back. All the Coulier voices are back.
Huckleberry Hound has got a
so
four-picture
those
deal.
old dicks, and then Lori Laughlin.
maybe the
and
Olsen
then
twins.
three
It's not a
girls.
reboot? I thought
The
it was
Olsen
like
twins are both going to play one character.
I thought it was like a reboot.
No, it's with them.
Oh, all right. Well,
Wow. It's a post-boot.
and the
It's-
hours.
Well, like the Olsen twins have kids now, and so
I don't know. It's designed to
Dickhead's a
upset us all.
grandpa, and then those two assholes
Was there a
still
grandpa?
hang out.
I rarely watch the show.
What? No, I would mean.
I know Saget
If
was
it's
on
the
it
next
and John
generation,
Stamos.
so Saget's now a grandpa, and then
Oh, I
those
see.
two
Yeah,
other
probably.
assholes
Probably.
are uncle grandpas.
Probably. Fuller House
Yeah.
with old
Isn't there
people
a show
in it
called
now.
Uncle Grandpa? Yeah.
There is a show called Uncle Grandpa.
Let's stop talking about it.
Let's get back to Barney
Are
Miller.
we on the show? What are we doing?
Steve Austin, a man barely alive.
Like our audience. After
Oh,
this
brother.
break about ancient TV shows.
Let's go back 5 minutes.
Cool, dude.
All right. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, that's right. Apple's Way. Oh, yeah. Lucas, maybe I should have gone with Lucas Tanner. That was for Ken. Whatever happened to David Hartman? I gotta ask. Whatever happened to David Hartman?
I don't know. No
He
idea.
was
he was on Good Morning America.
He was
for a
on
while.
Good Morning America for a million years. He was the guy with a
Right, guys? Right?
Nope.
Your
no,
favorite?
No idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
Also, I should probably say that I was only allowed to watch 1 hour of television per week growing up. So already
Were you watching Lucan?
I don't.
The Wolf
what?
Boy?
I don't.
She's watching Doctari.
With Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion.
God, shut up. you two old fucking weirdos.
Oh, take Geritol twice a day.
Barbara, you up? Barbara, you up?
All right.
I'm up now. I can't sleep. My throat kind of hurts. Okay, I'll get the aspirin and secrets.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Hi, guy.
What's
All right,
happening?
We're gonna pull all this up in post-war Europe. So you guys sit
The
down.
shitty age of television, the podcast. The most racist commercial.
Here's his ancient Chinese secret: bamboo water torture. Do you ever hear Paul Tompkins joke about the ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Yeah.
And he goes, and then the commercial ends, but they don't show you what happens after that, where he turns to his wife and said, "You dishonor family. Now I must commit the ritual seppuku." Oh, Paul, I love Paul Tompkins. His name is all over the
It
table.
was Japanese.
Yeah, I
Very
know.
funny. Yeah, that changes races.
It does?
Yeah, go call Paul. Tell him it goes from Chinese to Japanese. And then does it go dirty knees? Look at these.
Oh, my God.
We're live on the air in Ferguson, Missouri today.
There goes the plug.
All right.
So D&D happened.
All right. Okay. Anyway, you guys
Anyway.
beat the fish and
You go to Paris, France.
first get $1 million. These are all actual references. I can't believe it. This is like playing
Stereo
Uno.
me butt.
He spoke French. He's
Omelette du
dead.
fromage.
Nobody is listening anymore, right? People
Let's get some more.
People are just going like
Omelette
and trying to
du
fast forward to the
fromage.
end of this thing, and it's
They've
not
got a different
ending.
word for everything.
He's got a condo made of stoner. This is like Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire" over 9 decades. One line from
Just
everything
terrible.
ever.
Terrible.
All right. Anyway,
But from like 1971 to 1977, is that what all of these references
sort
have
of,
been
I
from?
think.
no, we had a few
80s.
80s things in there, a couple of 90s things. We had some Mike Patton references in there, some Faith. Oh, it was last week.
Yeah. Different
Wow.
episode.
Now we're
Anyway.
referencing last week.
Go.
Okay, so I shoved this potion down the
So
gullet.
you go to Paris,
of the-
France.
All right, so Lyra, you go up to the front of the plane.
First, get $1 million.
You walk up past first class, up into the cockpit, and you have this blue vial. The bird is kind of looking at you funny because it's a giant bird. Normally would eat you, but it knows that you control it, so it looks at you.
and that I care for it.
And you do care for it, and it kind of has a thing with you. So it looks at you, and it kind of opens its mouth and sticks its tongue out.
I assume that I don't know where I got this healing potion from, so I assume somebody had it, and it wasn't used because no one's keeping good records.
Winter.
Okay, well, let's just assume
He's
Winter
not
had
here,
it.
so.
So I give him the potion.
All
The
right,
bird explodes.
and then you get $1 million. So you pour this potion onto the bird's tongue. The bird kind of does that thing where like a duck swallowing, like Homer. Eats more like a duck. And it just sort of it kind of fluffs its feathers up a little bit and just sort of does that thing where birds tuck their head back to go to sleep. So it looks like it might have. It looks like it calmed it down a little bit at least.
Good.
So, but I will say that it's. I think that's probably around. It's nighttime at this point. You guys were being attacked in the evening, in the afternoon, late afternoon, evening.
Take a nap, take watches.
Take a nap, tape watches. So,
Are we not going to tell this town what's going on the coast?
Well, right now
I
we're
don't
just
really
healing
care,
and,
but
and resting.
Yeah, you might wanna-
Relearning
I don't think
spells.
Dag would be the guy to do that, but maybe somebody else would want to.
Yeah.
well, you guys have just landed.
Okay.
You're checking your cell phone messages and stuff. You're getting your luggage off the carousel.
Lazily looking at Facebook.
Yeah. Just
Why
wonder
am I
where-
even looking at this? I don't even care.
I'm gonna get rid of my account, man.
I don't care that your cat died.
So you guys take watches. Nothing really happens during the night.
good.
I can actually.
I mean, a fish army invades
Did anybody
the
need to
continent,
heal up
but
some?
other than that, you mean?
I think weren't you down a few points?
Yeah.
She probably healed up some.
Okay, so you guys have your spells back.
Like it.
How
I
many?
was down 4.
You're down 4. You got 3 back.
Nice.
So you're up 3. In the middle of the night, you hear a weird. Let's see who's the. I mean, Dag. You hear a weird shuffling in the sort of near your campsite.
It's Maverick. He's here to play cards.
Well, I wake these guys.
All right.
There's
What happened? What?
something right over there. Do I know where it's coming from? Do I know how far away? And
It's getting closer. It sounds like
does it sound big? Does it sound like these fucking bird things or no?
no. It just sounds like
these fish things.
no. It just sounds like a person or maybe a couple of
Okay.
people.
All right.
And not a lot of crunching, crashing noises.
Okay,
or
heads
anything.
up. Somebody's coming towards us.
Hide.
We can't. There's a rock.
Yeah, the rock is sort of like a.
Hide behind the rock. I'm gonna hide
So,
behind my hands.
I unsheath my weapon and I'm ready to defend.
No,
the bird.
yeah.
But I also want to see what's going on
Yeah.
first before I get stabby.
Let's just greet them, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Ho there.
When you say "ho" there, the footsteps stop.
Who goes there? Show yourself.
We can hear you. Hello.
I can hear you
We-
whispering.
We also heard that. Who is that? Hello?
Show yourselves.
On the count of 3, and then I'm coming in there after you. 1.
You see 2 guys come out of the woods. One guy's got a sword, and the other guy's got a short bow. They look kind of nervous, but they're looking at you because you've got your sword out. They're looking at you because you've got a crossbow going on.
No, I don't. My crossbow's.
Or
yeah.
you got a.
I got nothing. I'm
Oh, okay.
totally.
God,
I'm totally
he's the
just.
only
So
smart
that-
one.
The one is eyeing up Dag, and the other one, the one with the sword, is looking at Dag and also looking at the rock and looking at Dag and looking at the rock. They're both. It's obvious that they saw the rock land, so they're coming in here to see what's going on. It just looks like a couple of guys might be city employees or something, or not. They don't look like lawmen, and they don't look like normal schmucks.
Okay.
Can we help you guys?
Yeah, well met, friends. Please lower your weapons. We mean no one any harm.
Get away from that bird before it kills us!
He's our friend. We're healing him.
The bird is bound to us and does our will.
What are you?
Animal trainers.
Our story checks out. Animal trace. I don't. Wait, I don't. Big guy's gonna go over and kill us. What do we?
The big guy can hear you.
Oh shit!
Look, we're not
His
gonna hurt
weapon
you.
is lowered, right? Did
guy-
he
Yeah, I
lower his-
lower mine. You should lower yours. I'm lowering mine.
They kind of look at each other and they lower their weapons.
I stab their heads off.
Stab their head.
What for real?
No, I'm,
their heads off.
I'm kidding.
That is a new favorite quote.
So they hear you look at.
With my eyes.
So they go. How do you guys? What are you doing with a rock? Where do you get a giant?
Listen, it's a long story, but we have more important news for you. Do you work in the city, or are you locals here?
They sort of look at each other. Yeah, we're from Poughkeepsie. Where are you guys from? Poughkeepsie's the name of the city. Where are you guys?
You live in Poughkeepsie?
Yeah.
Well, we have important news that we need to bring to the.
Or yeah, if you could, well, you
Whoever's in
can.
charge or-
You can take it
Yeah.
back. We're not going to stick around.
Right. That doesn't sound suspicious. So like,
I'll stop talking.
We're just stopping to rest. We'll be out of here
but
shortly.
we've seen things along the coastline,
You wouldn't
and
believe.
we need to.
It's not attack ships on fire off the shore of Ryan, is it? Sea beams glittering in dark off the Tannhauser Gate.
Time to die.
Oh, I hate that part.
I'm sorry, I was drinking some water.
Yeah, as soon as you stop talking, we start doing references. So.
Oh God, water poisoning.
Keep
I'm
it
dead.
Suddenly an old prospector shows up.
Thursday's your day in the barrel. So I'm sorry. So what were you saying, Lyra?
Well, I guess I was just asking. I'd forgotten. I'm sorry. Did you say it was an emperor? Who's the head of the city? DM, Mr. DM. What Blaine? What?
That would be King Donnie.
You're
my God, I
terrible
just-
at names.
I
Just
know.
Poughkeepsie and King Donnie. King Donnie of Poughkeepsie.
It's just like
Such a D&D name.
not very escapist.
Like not even
Donnie.
nerdy at all.
It's like it's like a little depressing. Like there's no.
He's a king.
Who's your favorite character on Game of Thrones? King Donnie of Poughkeepsie.
It might be spelled real exotically with like umlauts and weird
it's-
O's with
It's
like lines.
VAHNNNNNNNIE.
No, it's DONNY, like the Osmond.
Of course it is.
Well, there's King Donnie, but
Well, there's trouble coming.
what do you mean trouble coming?
Right here. In
More
Riverside.
rocks?
Yes, they put a pool table in town. No, there was some sort of mechanical sea life attack happening
Yeah. Okay.
a few miles back.
Did you guys piss off some fish?
The coastline's under attack.
The coast.
And this is a fact. So
It seems to be an army from the sea.
Hitting at a couple different places along the coast.
Oh my God.
We're just reporting what we saw.
And
Where did they attack?
These are the facts.
Albany?
Yeah.
Schenectady?
I don't know. Is that to the south?
Just the facts, man.
Right, it was to the south of where we.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of south to south. I guess the southwest tip of the continent. Like a
Down around Miami.
mechanical fish. I don't.
yeah, it's
I
honestly
don't
it's-
understand.
We're
The-
as surprised as you are.
Yeah, it's a very complex life form, but we do feel that this information needs to be passed to the authorities as quickly as possible because people are dying out there.
There's a lot of them,
Yeah.
but they're easy to kill.
Easy to kill, but they're still destroying towns. I
There
don't
are
understand.
hundreds of them, thousands probably, and they're on their way here. So
Wait. Here, fish.
They're coming. They're coming
they're
coastal.
look. If I
coming
explain it to you,
inland.
you're not going to believe me. So this is why I didn't want to tell you guys, but everyone else has just gone ahead. So you see that we have a giant bird here who's under our command. So you can believe us also when we tell you that there are fish inside suits. That are going to
Sure, it
stop
sounds
laughing.
crazy.
Being attacked by the aquatic men's warehouse.
Have you ever heard of the comic book Fish Police?
Once a year, if you never mind.
They kind of look at each other and they're not quite sure what to think. They're like, well, you must come back into the city with us. We must take you to King Donnie.
We need to confer amongst ourselves. This was not in our plan. So give us a moment, please.
Do we want to?
Do they step aside so we can have a moment?
All right, yeah, they sort of go over and they're sort of looking at the rock, just sort of checking it out. They've
Yeah.
never seen one up close. and
That's
it's
fine. Just keep your distance. Thank you.
Make sure the rock doesn't attack them.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? Should we head to?
I mean, what do we
King
want to do? Do we
Donnie,
want to
or
talk
we
to King
just
Donnie,
keep
or
going?
do
Not
we-
really. One of us should stay here for sure.
Well, I mean, we could split up, and someone could go inform King Donnie and someone who didn't murder
Yeah, somebody who's better
cops.
at talking
and
too.
yeah. Or we could just send them with a message and know that we did our part, and then fly off to the.
What? Yeah, I mean, why do they really need us there?
They don't. It's just a matter of what type of adventure we want on this adventure.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of a choose your own adventure situation.
Oh,
I don't know. I have
This
to
is
say
just like a video game.
I say
This
the colored glass continent, colored rock continent sounds more interesting to me. But
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
if his name was like
The
King,
Rock's ready. Rock's not healed yet. though,
King,
right?
Yeah, we're
Fred.
King.
we're mid. What is
Mid-healing.
it, like 2 a.m. or something, or what?
Yeah, like 2, 3
Yeah,
in the
so we'll
morning.
just we're gonna rest up and and see how we're doing. But we'll send them in, I guess, with the information.
Yeah.
I'll write it up on an important looking scroll. Or actually, no. Winter probably has the best handwriting,
Yeah, I would assume so.
so he can write up a document that looks real official like.
Okay. So those guys kind of sit there. They sort of eat some rations. They offer you some food, which
Thanks.
is very nice of them. Food
That
and
was
water.
very nice.
And they that's something you should think about too. Is rations.
Well, didn't we go hunting last time? That's what got us into trouble the last
Yeah.
time. I think we had enough to get us to the continent, and then we stopped with.
Yeah, we had bear, deer, and rabbit, and 2
Yeah.
rabbits.
Okay, so you probably you've got some meat and stuff.
Yeah, because I set some snares and.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume that you guys collected more water, got some berries and nuts, whatever, because you're friends with
Fraley
Yule
pumpkin
Gibbons.
Yeah, we're gonna pine cone.
Yule
I'm a junk food junkie.
Really? That's what I had. Pac-Man fever. Turned out to be meningitis.
God, I don't like spiders or snakes.
Jim Stafford had his own TV show, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. So did Mac Davis. There was,
Sure.
I guess,
well,
like,
I was on the Mac Davis Christmas special.
were you?
Yep.
Holy
1978, the Mac Davis Christmas special, A Christmas Odyssey 2010.
Wow.
And it was all Star Wars jokes, Star Wars references, and all like,
And then
they
Mac
said- they
Davis
said
ham
Wookiees
boning?
if- Mac Davis did not ham bone, but yo. But he taught me how
plays
to
Stop
do it.
and Smell the
He
Roses?
called it Ethan and Ivan.
Ethan and Ivan?
Yeah.
Ethan?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. So Mac Davis gave you Ethan and Ivan lessons.
On
Man.
camera?
That's some old Hollywood. No. In between takes. That's what they call it.
Yeah, nowadays they call it Party at
Yeah,
Brian
craft
Singer's
services.
Pool.
Ugh.
That's amazing. Google Mac Davis, listeners. He wrote.
Bernadette Peters was my mother on that special.
Really? Holy shit.
Ted Knight, my uncle.
Did we take a break? Oh.
Hey, we're going to take a break while I get my jaw off the floor that Bernadette Peters and fucking Mac Davis and
I probably fucking
Knight.
saw that thing.
Ted Knight.
Probably.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah. I would have watched it. It was
Yeah,
full
because
Star
I
Wars.
watched Mac Davis shit when I was little.
But it was also Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's and George Lucas CGI'd a bunch of stuff into it afterwards.
Let's take a break now.
Gonna take a break. All right, hey, we're back. I hope you all Googled Mac Davis because there's going to be a quiz at the end of this. And whoever writes in with the answer to this question, what famous song did Mac Davis write for Elvis Presley? You get jack shit.
No prize.
Was it in the ghetto or was it?
It was in the ghetto.
Wow,
Spoiler
good
alert.
guess.
How did I know that?
That's the
Sammy-
answer.
I feel
Sammy-
like I saw Mac do that one too. Like he
Yeah.
probably sang it himself.
Sammy did the best cover of that, though.
Who's Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah. There's
Oh,
one-
sorry, Sosa.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are sort of resting up. You were getting some water and things like that. So what are you gonna do? Just tell me.
Those guys left.
Did Winter
Did
and
they
Winter
leave?
Winter is Winter writes those guys a little scroll detailing what you saw, and hands it to those guys. They still are a little weirded out by you, but they look at the rock and they look at the sword and stuff, and they kind of go, "All right, well, we'll take this to King Donnie. Thank you for warning us. I hope that we can stop this invasion of whatever the hell is invading us." And
Good luck to you.
Hey, thanks. Good luck to you guys too. And hey, get a selfie of me in front of the rock. Just take a couple selfies and then they back off into the woods. So they head off. It's starting to kind of get a little dawny. So sky's starting to get lighten up a little bit. Those guys ride off into the woods towards the town. The Rock is still sleeping, but you can wake it up if you need to.
I think we should let the Rock sleep as long as it needs to.
Yeah, let it heal.
Absolutely.
All right. So the Rock stays asleep for a while. You go over. He's going to sleep for another 5 turns. So, but you go over and you see that that where it had been hit by the fire thing is now nicely kind of scabbed over. It's not completely healed, but it looks like the healing potion did something to it.
Good.
So good on you. I'm sure he appreciates it. When the sun is actually up in the sky, the Rock kind of comes to, looks around, sees you guys, freaks out a little bit, but then sees the tiara and calms down. So it stands up, kind of does a little weird stretch thing. It walks over to a brook nearby and just sort of just starts drinking water. And that's it.
So we're off to the land of the colorful rocks. Not
Yeah.
those kind of rocks.
Will the Rock take us before he has to go back and feed his babies again?
No, he
Yeah.
will. He will this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because we healed him. We don't have time for,
Yeah, you know that in the back of the Rock's head the babies are there.
Yeah.
So, but the Rock sort of the wings go out. You guys get up on the back. You assume your regular positions, and Winter lays a web spell on you guys to secure you down, and then starts relearning his spell immediately. So the Rock takes off, and you guys sort of head up into the sky a little bit. You circle up and gain some altitude, and as you do this, you see the coastline. There's more smoke off in the distance to the south, but it's closer, much closer than it was. So it looks like these fish are kind of making their way up the coast. So you gain a lot of altitude. Captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. You're free to move about the compartment, and you kind of head southwest, not to the festival, but to a cool place that nobody's found out about yet. And you fly for hours and hours and hours. The sun doesn't go down because you're heading towards the sun. It's like you're following the time zones. And a day goes by. You're getting very tired. You're thirsty. Dag's already taken 3 shits off the side.
How many times
And
did I
one
jack
not off the side.
You fell asleep watching Big Bang Theory when your headphones came unplugged, and
You wake up screaming Bazinga.
and you just went into the bathroom and joined the Sea Level Club a couple times. But as you see the sun hit, you're heading directly towards the sun. As you see it sort of touch the horizon, the horizon just sort of lights up with all these vivid colors, almost like so. And you see you hear that weird as the rock's flaps start to adjust and it starts to make its descent into LAX.
The captain has illuminated the no smoking sign.
Cool.
So you
I
ride.
don't need that anymore because you can't smoke at all on a plane.
You really can't, even though they still have the ashtrays.
Remember back 40 years ago?
Yes, I was 8. Did I say that out loud in Hollywood? Maybe I shouldn't say that. I meant 8 in dog years, which would make me 1, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, for God's sakes, I can't do dog math.
Just do it backwards.
Backwards dog math, like their knees. So you stay in the air for another couple hours. You're starting to get leg cramps. You're getting up and walking around to keep the blood clots out of your legs. But you see the rocks coming in low, and you see in the distance there's just the edge of some land, and you see hills, mountains, kind of rising up, and it doesn't look like it's solid colors, but you just see flashes of color. Just, like glimmers of blue, glimmers of purple. There's some red. There's a flash of yellow, but but the nothing's really concentrated. Every now and then you'll see like a big, huge area full of red, maybe off to the south. And then maybe you'll see a big, weird smear of bright emerald off to the north. But that's it. So, and you guys sort of come in, and as you start to see some coastline. And when you get into this coastline, you see that there's like islands and stuff. There's everything's very lush, a lot of green and things like that. And every now and then there's like glints of color off the ground, just like there's glitter on stuff or gems or sparkling stones. You can tell that the rock is getting a little hungry, a little tired, and all you can see in your head is just little baby rocks. Just going, we're hungry.
I got it.
So the rock is starting to kind of make a descent. Is there anything you want to tell it? Any place that you want to guide it to?
Nope.
Any towns?
We don't really know anything about this place, right? So
The rock will probably find a good place.
yeah, I think the rock, whatever's the easiest and best for the rock, and
Okay, well, the rock is kind of coming in low now. You're sort of heading in. You can see the islands are getting a little closer, and the rock looks like he's sort of heading for the mainland. There's some high hills. He's heading for a pass between these two mountains. It looks like he's kind of trying to make landfall in the mainland. So you guys get closer and closer. Oh, and you just see from as you're about to enter this pass, you just see from both sides just flashes, just multiple flashes, and things start zipping towards you, like spears, arrows.
It's just like a magical land of plenty that.
Yeah, as you get closer, you realize that that the rock is heading. It looks like there's structures built into the side of the mountain. It looks like the rock has just maybe just caught some guards, like there's a defense system or something in place. Okay. And when the rock sees this, it just sort of does a weird tries to avoid these spears. So it just starts to gain altitude. Everybody make a dex check.
Uh-oh. Brian rolled an 18.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
What's your dex?
15.
I also rolled an 18, and my
Okay.
dex is 17.
I roll an 18 because my dex is 18.
Oh,
That's super dexy.
Dag is rolling really nice today. And can you roll one for Winter, please? All right, cool. The rock's direction change is so abrupt that you guys almost slip out of the web spell. But I was going to say if you guys rolled 20s that you would have been free falling. But you guys,
pity.
yeah, you guys managed to stay stuck to the thing. And Hug turns around and goes, "What? You guys can't just stand like this?" He's doing a weird balancing thing and showing off. So the rock's.
I'm a dick.
The rock gains altitude, and you look back and you see that that there's two sort of like just structures built into the side. Like I said, and there's various levels and things, and you can see people moving around in there. But the rock gains altitude, and it sort of disappears off into the distance.
Okay.
So, you guys. Oh, hey. I think Sarah's gonna.
Yeah.
Should we? Sarah has to sneak out because she has a child at home.
Well, it's hard to sneak when you announce it, but
Okay.
gee.
Should we cut that whole thing out?
No,
No, it's fine.
it's good.
It's fine.
It's good radio.
Oh,
Radio.
Radio.
What's a radio?
Radio.
I just stream everything. I don't know. Unless it's a Mexican radio.
Mexican radio.
So You guys flip over the thing, and
Find
the
some barbecued iguana.
Hey, see you later.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Sneaking out. Say hi to your baby.
All right, so Lyra tells the rock to set down. The rock kind of does a couple of evasive maneuvers and starts to look down. You can see once you're through these through that pass, it opens up into it looks just beautiful, absolutely just stunning. Just everywhere you look, there's trees, there's beautiful mountains and rocks and everything. The sun is setting in the distance. There's colors everywhere. It just looks. It doesn't look like a promised land, but it looks like there might be a lot of fun.
Cool.
So there's the rock sees a lake, just a nice shimmering lake down there, and just lands, sets you guys down. Wait until you're at the gate to unbutton your seatbelts, and you guys slide down the back of the rock's back onto the ground. You get all your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra goes up and gives the rock a little hug around the neck. It's very sweet. It's very touching. And she just kind of gives it a nod, and the rock
Go home to
does a
rock,
it turns
rock.
Yeah, it looks at you, and then it just it goes over to the lake. It takes a big just a big swallow of some lake water. Then it starts flapping its wings. It blows your hats off. It's very funny. And
It's funny that we're all wearing hats.
the rock takes off. You see it go off into the distance, and on its way over the lake, it just sort of dips its feet into the lake and pulls out just some huge fish, and flaps off into the sunset. And you see it sort of bank up into the sky and head north again.
Nice.
Lovely.
Bye, Rock. We love you.
All right, so the rock is gone. You guys,
I don't care what. Well,
you guys get your hats back on.
Yes.
And now you're sitting by a beautiful lake in a wonderful land full of adventure. And there's also a lake with obviously has monstrous fish in it.
Monsters.
Yeah.
What do we see to the north, south, east, and west?
Well, if you look behind you, which I guess is east, you see the pass that you came through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's huge. The pass is huge. The structures that you saw were huge. The people that you saw moving in there, it was like it's almost like they were not to scale. It's like it looked like they were up close, but they were actually much farther than you thought they were. If you look west, you just see the land keep going on just beautifully. And to the north and south, if you look to either side, it's almost like you're in it's like an oval shape, but the mountains sort of ring this whole continent. So the mountains are a border, and then on the inside they're sharp, and then they sort of even out into a nice plain. So it looks like you're kind of in a giant continental-sized bowl that heads to the west.
All right. Let's head out to the west.
okay.
Okay. One thing that you do notice too, like I said before, is if you look up to the north, you see most of the colors that shimmer are green. Mm-hmm. If you look to the south, most of the colors that shimmer are kind of red. Mm-hmm. And then if you look farther west, you see like large chunks of blue and chunks of purple. Some there's just different weird colors in large groups. So
Pick a color.
Means
What do you like?
black.
There is no black.
Black.
black is an absence of color.
Purple is closest to black.
Black.
Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, I had to pee.
We're doing a taste test here. Which gin has the most Nestle's Quick in it? So you guys all start to, where are you heading? North, south?
Nothing that looks like a city anywhere.
Nothing yet, no.
Can you say west?
West is where it's sort of open.
Yeah, west is where it opens up.
We
If
can
you,
go
if
to,
you
the,
head,
to mountains either side.
yeah, if you head back east, it's where you guys came in.
When we saw people there, how far back was that?
That was, I'd say it's a dozen miles because the rock had to gain altitude and then sort of get you into.
Do you want to check with those people?
Yeah, sure. Let's break again.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
And we're back.
We are zip. So you guys are heading where? Let's say what is it? Red to the south and green to the north. I said. Are you heading toward to a color, or are you just?
Let's go north.
Unless you want to head towards where we know people are.
Yeah, but weren't they mad at us?
No, not necessarily. They might have been automatic missiles, like a defense system.
Okay.
It is a ways
Whatever's
away.
closest. Yeah.
I mean,
the
hopefully we
closest
can
town.
find some kind of conveyance or something to take us somewhere. There's no roads around.
You don't see any roads.
No,
Any
no
conveyances?
landmarks.
Yeah, no, nothing. I mean, this is a continent or a land that you've heard about only like in legend form. You know, from people that mostly from boring people that have never been away from the Olive Garden.
Okay.
So, so you guys, you sort of gather your shit. You start to walk around the edge of this lake a little bit. Every now and then you look out, you see a giant fish, sort of like do that little beach whale flip thing, like they're trying to stir up some shit or trying to catch a bird or something. You see birds flying around.
The fish eat birds?
They're big
They're
fish.
big fish.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you you notice that the birds are pretty big. They're not like rock size, but they're it's like a sparrow the size of a of a turkey.
Okay.
You know, they're just big birds. And as you're walking along the edge of the lake, you notice that you can pick up little different colored stones, and they're beautiful. They're not gems, but they're just stones of just brilliant colors, like cobalt blue and just ruby red.
Are they translucent or solid? Or
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Okay.
You know, they don't look like precious gems or precious stones, but they're just gorgeous. And they're not. The land isn't made of them, but they're there.
All right.
So continuing
All right,
north.
you're going.
What are you thinking?
No,
Back towards the people?
yeah,
or
back towards
okay.
the people
Okay.
sounds
then,
all right.
then east.
Oh, okay, so you guys head back towards the pass where you came in. The land starts to kind of rise up a little bit, starts to curve up towards the mountains, and they're not like insane mountains that like where that monastery was or anything. Mm-hmm. They're just nice Rocky Mountain looking mountains, but just it's fucking gorgeous. The whole thing is gorgeous.
Does everything look very natural? There's no paths or trails?
Yeah, no paths, nothing like that. So you walk for I'm gonna say you walk for maybe a half an hour, and you do come across a road.
Okay.
It's not really a road per se. It's just obviously a traveled path. You can see that like where there would be wagons and stuff, normal things, except the tracks are very wide tracks.
Okay.
So and you see that some of these tracks head up into the behind you back to the north, and they also head straight up towards the. It looks like a path leading up towards the pass where you just came through.
Yeah, let's head on that.
All right. So walk along, Sarah. What are you gonna do?
She's checking her tiara to see where the rock's headed.
All right. As you start to, like I said, you keep walking. You follow this path for a while, and eventually you can start to see the structures that were in the side of the mountain that you flew past. Mm-hmm. Just big stone, weird things up on the side. But there is you just hear some movement off to the side in the woods. Right. Nothing really strange. It's like, it could be an animal or something.
Wildlife.
Yeah, wildlife. So you keep walking another 10, 15 minutes, and Dag notices that that whatever is in the woods is kind of tailing you, sort of shadowing you.
All right.
So, you're going to keep moving?
Yeah.
How far away?
Go for about another half an hour. Like I said, this is maybe a dozen miles out, so you've gone, maybe halfway there. You're starting to be able to see like some features in the stone. You see like weird minarets and stuff, things jutting out. But it's just enormous. As you're getting closer, you just see it's really, really big. It's much bigger than you thought it was when you were coming in.
How close is the stalker? How far behind?
The woods, I guess, off the path are maybe start properly, maybe 50 yards to either side. So whatever's in the woods is just beyond the edge of the woods, about 50 yards.
Do we see any sort of prints along the road or anywhere?
No.
Just keep an eye out for no wheel marks, nothing.
You might see like little divots that look like maybe horse tracks and stuff like that, but it's all
very big, or are they normal sized?
Kind of a mix.
Okay.
I mean, nothing alarmingly huge, but it's traveled.
Okay.
So there's no telling what kind of.
Just wondering if in the land of the giants or something.
Oh. Well, yeah, with things big,
yeah,
that would be scary. Oh God.
What's the scent? Do we hear that thing getting closer? That was tracking us,
it's still sort of trailing
distance?
you guys.
Okay.
So.
We're at an hour.
We're at an hour?
Yeah.
Do you want to sort of keep it mysterious, or do you want to check out who or what is following you?
Let's keep it mysterious, and then Sarah can join us.
Okay.
Again.
So, will our adventurers find out where they are? Will they realize what is in the woods? Do they know what's happening?
Are we somebody's tiny meal?
All these answers and your questions on the next Nerd Poker.
I have Brooklyn Knitting Factory coming up, and how would you pronounce this? I think it's a French word. Is it feet? F-E-T-E?
Fate. A fete?
Fete?
Yeah.
Party?
I think you're both wrong.
Fete accompli?
Yeah, that. In Providence.
It's a festival
I'm playing,
or party.
Yeah, well, it's a rock club called that.
Is it the Merciful Fete? Merciful Fete.
Thanks for
Merciful
listening.
Fete.
Thanks for listening. What do you got going on besides the hilarious show you're a part of?
Just watch At Midnight. I don't think there's anything else going on. I think Tulsa Skull Swingers on September 5th, I believe, someplace.
And Jerry and I are still writing Deadpool, and Jerry's still writing every other comic in comic books.
Yeah. Great Hulk cover, by the way. That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he posted it on Twitter today.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
It's Jerry's face on the Hulk.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for listening, guys.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com